Stick around, everybody. We're gonna be talking about somebody important. This one, we're gonna be talking about Helen. We're gonna be talking about Helen Keller. So Helen Keller, what did she do? I know for a fact that Helen Keller was blind, deaf, and she was a woman. Actually, first off, what did she actually do? Okay. Helen Keller's for water. Water's pretty cool. Wait, she used something called Tadoma to read people's lips because she couldn't hear them. She put her hands on the person's face, touching the nose, jaw, throat, and lips to feel speech movements. So, hear me out. If I just listen to the Doom soundtrack at full blast for the next 20 hours and I stick force through my eyes, I can touch people's faces. She was the first person with deaf blindness. Wait. Oh, I didn't know that was a word. Deaf blindness. Nominated for Nobel Peace Prize in 1953. She was extremely political. So, Helen Keller. So, I'm going to debunk all of these claims that she was blind, deaf, a woman, did Todoma, no maidens, and a Nobel Prize. So I wanna split this into two categories, and I can just draw a line through right here, just to make sure that they're separate. So we have the qualities about her, being blind, deaf, and a woman, and the things that she supposedly did. So I want to talk about two things. If you're blind and you're deaf, like you're gonna have a hard time in life, and you could probably accomplish some of these things. This face technique, this face technique, you can successfully be a maidenless person all your life and win a Nobel Peace Prize because you could still do that if you're blind and deaf. However, there's one very distinct thing, and I'm not sure if you've guessed it already. First off, if you're blind, and I personally experience this, if you're blind, you're in a pretty bad spot already. There's not much you can do for yourself. I mean, you can barely fend for yourself. How can you even walk in a straight line if you can't see? Or if you, in the very least, if you can't see very well, how are you able to walk in a straight line? I mean, that's gotta be tough for you. I mean, you gotta have foot braille to let people know that this is the sidewalk, or this is Walmart, or this is like some weird place that you don't want to be at, such as Louisiana. Now, being blind, that's awful, but even still, being blind, you could still survive being blind. I mean, there's plenty of people that done it. And being deaf or being unable to hear, like, you can still do that. Like, you could still survive. Being deaf wouldn't actually be a bad thing because, I mean, you could still see, and you could still like read people's lips and understand what they're saying. You'll never have to listen to women. You will never have to listen to what a woman is telling you. You'll never be chained down to a woman. Like, just women. Like, seriously, women. Why can't we keep prisoners of war? Like, seriously. I don't get it. My mom's always telling me, Travis, those are just normal Vietnamese people. They weren't in the Vietnam War. They're like 23. Please, let them out of your room. And I'm just like, no, they invaded our country. Like, we need to get them out of here. You see what I'm saying, right? Okay. So, I got completely sidetracked. But what was I talking about? Okay. Being blind and being deaf. If you were a real person and you were blind and you were deaf, you could totally develop a new teaching method or a new communication method. You could totally live your life with no maidens, and you could totally get a Nobel Peace Prize. That's totally realistic. However, being a woman, like if you're born a man and you're born blind and deaf, your parents would be like, okay, we're probably gonna have to help him through life, but like he'll be all right. He'll be all right. But if you're born a woman, your parents are already thinking, bro, what? Why? like I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman. I can't. I could probably try experiencing it. I mean, it is Pride Month, everybody. But like, there's no way Helen Keller can actually exist and have survived more than a day being blind, being deaf, being like, there's no, I don't, there, just logically, there's no way a woman can exist being blind and deaf, and they've accomplished this great communication method, successfully lived their life without ever being attached to somebody, and win a Nobel Peace Prize. Like, there's no way. It's just simple logic.